Hello everyone and welcome back to some more coverage of Monster Hunter World, the board game by Steamforged Games. And today we're going to be going after the assigned version of the Barroth. We're stepping over to the Wildspire Wastes box. So this is comparable to the Great Jagras. This is the first monster from that box and it's the assigned version, so in theory we shouldn't have much trouble. It's also the first video where everything is fully painted. Finally got around to painting the hunters. Took a stab at Barroth as well. I'll talk about them in the next, getting stuff painted in about a week and a half. So, we're stepping into a new era, but essentially it's exactly the same as normal. And in between this video and the last, I fought one more Great Jagras in order to get the last, literally the last couple of bits, one for each hunter, to upgrade one thing. So, not exactly massively upgraded, but the Bow Hunter is now wearing the Great Jagras armor. So they have one armor from that, one water defense, and the Palico Rally armor ability, which means they're allowed to use their Palico twice per fight or hunt instead of just once. So that's a little bit of extra healing for that one. The Gunlance Hunter has managed to get the Great Jagras Gunlance. So you take out the 2 Rising Slashes when you make the attack deck for this one. You put in 2 Gluttonous Rising Slashes instead. And it has a different damage deck. It still gives you 1 extra armor. It has only 2 1 damage cards, it has 5 2 damage cards, and it has 3 3 damage cards, which is a very, very significant increase in damage output, especially with the shelling and whatnot to let you draw even more cards. So again, that means, in theory, we should absolutely wipe the floor with the assigned version of Barroth. Maybe not the 2-star once we move on to that, but we'll start as always by going through the adventure. So as we start, I'd just like to point out I put all the tokens, the track tokens, in this little baggie here just because it takes up less space for me. The game does demand quite a lot of space on the table. That might mean when I pull one out I can see what it is, which you're technically not allowed to see before you flip them at the end. But I'm just going to do that for ease of keeping them together. Drawing them from the pool randomly anyway, so it's not going to change that aspect. Anyway, for the Barroth, the assigned version, you get 35 time cards. You're looking for Scout Fly level 2 above, 2 to 5 ideally, and the starting point is, as always for an assigned version of a monster, number 1. So we only gain 1 potion. I don't believe we used all our potions, I think that puts us back at 2. But anyway, the blurb. You're given jobs all the time. That's the nature of being a monster hunter. This is the first time you've been asked to defend ant nests though. Turns out ants around here are being used for some important scientific research. New technology could be unlocked through understanding how ants carry so much weight, they say. The issue is Barroth, smacking its way through every nest in the region, eating the insects before they can be studied. So here you are, you've got a target, and you know the fetid, marsh-ridden region Barroth inhabits. Get hunting. That's just what it says, get hunting. Discard 1 time card, gain 1 track token, go to number 17, so I'll just put that time token to one side. Shugle up the bag, that's what it's there for. Consider it shuggled. I'll try not to look at what it is. Oh, I think it was a 0. Oh well. There's 1 track token, I'll put it where you can see it as well. Never had much luck with the Scout Fly level, to be honest. And we'll just go straight to number 17 because we didn't actually gain anything. Creatures get sucked into the marshland around here all the time. 1 step too deep, the quicksand seizes them, and this is the result. The beast died a few weeks ago, the carcass is picked clean, only a few strands of mummified flesh cling to the skeleton of the beast, like ragged banners above a slaughtered army. But there's no time to dwell on such things, your hunt needs to continue. So we gain 1 monster bone medium, I'll do that in a second. We can either press on or stay and loot around for some more monster bones. I think we're good on monster bones, to be honest. So I will press on. Discard 1 time card, I will do that. 1 time card. Discarded. It was a threat shift if you're curious. Another track token. Let's hope this one's better. Go for this one. Put that there. And I think that's it. Oh no, I have to shuffle the Barroth Slayer card into the time deck. And then we proceed to entry 8. Okay, I'll go do that then. So we're on to entry 8 now. A discarded hunter's pack lies open. You wait a while to see if anyone returns, but whoever it belonged to is long gone. There's something glinting beneath the fabric though, might be worth investigating. Discard 1 time card. Each hunter gains a Carbolite ore and a Macalite ore, or Malcolite, I can't quite remember how to pronounce it. There goes a Paratoad card. And then we can either investigate a mysterious cloud or continue rooting through the pack for more items. I will discard another time card and just go to entry 23. And that is a Poison Cup gone from the deck. I should mark the Carbolite and the Markalite. I'm going to try and just remember so we can just go straight on to entry 23. 23. It's been a bad start, has it? Your arms and face are stinging from the bites, and you've... Wait, I'm reading the wrong entry, aren't I? It was 23 I said, right? I'm going to have to double check. That doesn't sound right. No, it was 23, yeah. Hang on, 23. Oh, I was reading the wrong one. It's going to lead into 22 though, because it's hornets. Okay, there we go. Hornets, or at least something that looks like a hornet, and stings a lot like them too. A cloud of foul things surround you, jabbing and swooping, you try to fight them off. Let's see. You can discard a potion to fight them off. No matter what you do, you go to entry 22 anyway. I'll use the potion we get given for free, which means we don't need to take damage. Then we would get, it's been a bad start, that entry, your arms and face sting from the bites, etc, etc. The marks on the trunk look like they were made by Barroth plates. To pursue this lead, that sounds like it's going to... no matter which one of these I pick, the fight's going to start actually, but we're going to pick the one that gives us track tokens. So, discard one time card, a tactical shift, gain 3 track tokens, and then go to entry 28, which I think is the alternative start to the fight. So 3 track tokens, there we are. Oh, they were all turned around. You know what, we're about to turn them around anyway. 29. Oh, actually this doesn't lead to the fight. 30 does. You know what, let's just go to 30. I just want to start the fight. People are right, the adventure mode gets a little tedious once you've done it a lot. I know I haven't done it a lot in videos, but we have been playing it digitally as well. They're all a bit samey, and the flavor text is sometimes very cringy. Anyway, these two we did earn legitly 1, which means we're below the natural level, so Barroth will be gaining a Skull Crush. Alright, we are ready to start the hunt. The Barroth goes first. It is attacking furthest with a tail-based attack. I forgot to mention, but because he's assigned, and again identical to Great Jagras, he has 50 health. The only part of him that has armor for the assigned version is his face, so I guess that is different because Jagras' face was unarmored. His passive is that he heals breaks if he walks in water, and there's 3 water tiles. This is his first action though, so he is doing a rear slam, so he's attacking furthest, hitting his rear arc for 6 water damage. Is when he flops around with mud in the video game. Then he moves away 2 from the furthest target, so that's not a great start because he is going to be up in the very tippy top corner of the table, about as far can be from the hunters, and we're allowed to do 2 turns with 2 cards. Well, I think the bow user is the only one who's got a chance of actually hitting him. So let's do our free move forward here. Then we will discard 1 card to move again. I'm just debating which card, hang on, which doesn't count as 1 played. Yeah, we'll just get rid of a standard shot, why not? Just a bog standard shot to move into the bush here. That puts us 3 away from his head. His head is armoured, which kind of sucks, but I can do 1 really big hit on the head, so I'm going to... First actual card played, Poison Coating, because the 1 to sprint does not count, and then second... drag. Oh, we know it needs 2 face up. That's only 1 face up. Arg. Never mind, I'm going to have to take that back and do nothing. Because I only have range 2 cards besides the Dragon Piercer. Yeah, he'll just move up into that bush and stay there. That sucks. So, time card for him. Threat shift, so they'll be switching around threat values, and other than that, doing the usual stuff. So that 1 spent card goes away. And he gets the 8 threat value, so he's actually now the higher threat value than the Gunlancer, who is 6. Although I will say, it's hard to tell if it's meant to be a 9 or a 6. I think it's meant to be a 6, but there's no dot to denote. Anyway, Gunlancer, he ain't getting to the Barroth. The Barroth is going to have to come to him. If I get him equidistant, so if I go 1, that puts him 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. No, he needs to step forward 1 more time. Because I want him to be equidistant with the bow hunter so that the Barroth goes after him. So I'll get rid of a lateral thrust face down on the board to move 1 more square and say that's unfortunately a waste of a first turn. but that's all he's doing. And his time card, a threat shift again. I assure you I shuffled it not once but twice because I had to shuffle that Barroth Slayer card in. So they're switching values again. So actually the Gunlance Hunter is now the higher threat value. Both of them go back up to 5 cards, which is 1 each. And then we just go straight to the Barroth, having done basically nothing. Alright, the Barroth is attacking the closest threat with a tail-based attack. And it is Tail Thrash. So he's moving towards the closest threat, which is the Gunlance Hunter. So he's going to move there, smack dab there, and it is range 2 in his low left and right arcs. So he's actually not hitting anyone, because after the move he would turn to face his threat. So he hits no one, which is very nice. So we get 2 more turns now, with a chance to do 2 cards. Now the bow user can do some damage. Let's go with them first, and I can do the attack I wanted to do last time. Well, kind of, because I still can't do Dragon Piercer. Let's see. Let's just do a poison coating. Can Barroth be poisoned? He can, he's only got 1 resistance to it. Perfect. Poison coating, first card played. Second card played will be an arc shot. We'll hit the head, and that ignores the armor on the head. So we're drawing 2 damage cards plus poison. So to his head, that is 2 whole damage. So he's down to 48. It's a start. It is a start. And you know, I think he'll stay in the bush. Wait, he's attacking closest threat next. I'll have him move back. I'll have him be the further threat, because that means the Gunlance user can really kind of cut loose. And I'll try and remember his poison. I keep forgetting to look out the icon. Time card. Oh, it's a threat shift. Clearly I didn't shuffle well enough. So the arc shot gets discarded. Like that. Draw back up to 5. Like so. And then switch the threat values again. Although the nice thing about getting them all out now is I won't have to do it later. So, Gunlance user, he is facing down the Barroth. Oh, we need to discard those 2 damage cards. Get those out of there. There we go. So he's just going to move in. We'll attack the head. Actually, what do we get if we break the head? Behaviors with the attack head icon have -1 movement. Sure, why not? I can play 2 attack cards. I'm realising that my hand is mostly combo cards, so I only have 1 I can play with to start with, and it's a burst. So I'm flipping 2 shell cards and drawing 2 damage. It ignores 1 armor, so it ignores the 1 armor he's got, and it is hitting him for 3. So that is him down to 45. Can play 1 more card though, so what's my biggest bang for buck here? Biggest bang for buck would be a Gluttonous Rising Slash, but if I wanted to do a break... No, I'm going to go for damage. I just want to annihilate him. So this is the new card added for this Gunlance, so it's, you flip 2 damage cards, but also 1 shelling card. And we're drawn 3. It is not ignoring armor, so it is -1. So I'm drawing this where you can't see it, because I wanted to keep it separate, so it's 2 and a 1. And it comes down to 4 damage. So he's at 41. And you know, I'm going to use my Palico. I'm going to Wrath of Meow, which means I'm flipping 3 damage cards. And it counts as a resolving an attack. And that's fine by me. So 3 more cards. This is -1 in total. Oh, I knew there was good cards left, that's why I did it. So, ooh, okay. 5, 6, 7, that's 8. So it comes down to 7. I've used most of his attack deck in 1 turn. But, you know... So that's 1, and then that would be 34 he's down to already, because that was 7. That was a really good turn. His Palico's gone for the fight. He's going to need to sharpen. I think he has 2 cards left in his damage deck. But that's very much okay. Time card. And we still get to go with the bow user, don't we? Nitro Toad. Well, let's roll and see if it affects the Barroth. I'll move these damage cards in a second. It does. I'll put 1 break on his head, because that's the bit I'm likely to break. Other than that, it's all the usual stuff for a time card. So discard rightmost card, draw back up to 5. I'm hoping for a quick reload. And did not get it. Absolutely did not. Oh no, the bull user went first, didn't he? Yeah, because these tokens flipped down, so that was the second action. So I'll get this cleaned up and it's back to the Barroth. So for the Barroth, he's attacking furthest, so it's the bull user. He is charging towards them 2 and then hitting for 7 damage. 200s get to activate after that, but only 1 card. So he does reach him. 1, 2. Crushing the bush there and just standing on it. So it's dodge difficulty 3 and it's 7 damage. For him to want to dodge that, he'd have to put down 2 cards. He can afford to, I think, with what he's got. So these are getting put down to equal the dodge value of 3. He is not going to move. Actually, he might as well. He'll move back 1. I know that's slightly out of view. I'll move the camera in a second. He'll move back 1 just so he's at... Well, actually, I could draw a card that does extra damage if he's in there, but that's okay. So, that was Barroth's turn. It didn't hit everywhere except the rear, so the Gunlance user is safe. They're both going to get a turn, but they can only play 1 card, and the bull user's hand is now just 3. Okay, well, if we can only play 1 card, and I'm pretty sure I need to sharpen with the Gunlancer anyway. Let's play a feint with the bull user, which doesn't count as the 1 card he's allowed to play. It's just discarded, and I can discard 2 cards on my board. And I'm getting rid of the 2 face down ones. So, after that, I shall play a single attack card, because that's all I can play. Arc Shot is a 1 damage card. It does ignore the armor on his head, so that's good. 2 damage, that's fine. 32, and that's his turn, because he's only allowed to play 1 card. Time card. Roar, roll a die and discard that many cards from the time deck. This could be bad. Let's just discard rightmost card first. How many cards getting discarded? Okay, that's not bad. It will be bad if we lose that Barroth one. Let's see. Suspended Boulder. Misread, that's a good one to get lost actually. Monster Retreat's also a good one to get lost, because that would be a heal for the Barroth. Drawing back up to 5 cards. I'm hoping to get another coating if possible. So far, so nope. I've got the other feint card though, that's good for clearing the hand. Paralysis coating, there we go. Alright, so that is the bull user's turn. How many cards are left in this? Oh, I shouldn't really have looked at them, but... Well, actually no, you are allowed to look at them, I think. Either way, the Gunlance user has only 2 cards left in hand. So I'm going to take a rest turn. I am going to make use of his free move to move in here. But we're just going to sharpen. And reshuffle our damage deck. Right here. Flip over his shelling cards. And that is it. Well, besides the time card, which we'll do in a second. So he can't play any cards because he's doing a rest turn. If I had the Great Jaguar's Helm, I could be doing this, well, once per hunt. I could do preparation actions during an attack turn, but didn't get the bits, unfortunately. So, time card for the Gunlancer. Threat shift. Okay, another threat shift. They'll switch again and clear the rightmost card, and that's him done. Other than drawing back up to 5, which he already has because he didn't play any cards. Alright, Barroth is going to come in like a wrecking ball, attacking the bull user because he is the furthest threat. He's steamrollering. Oh, this is... Oh, okay, that's 9 damage. That would be a 1-shot. So he's charging towards him 4 times. So 1... Oops, took the bush with me. 2 would push him off the table, so he's allowed to go to any adjacent. He's going to go here, because he still has 2 movements left. So it's going to be 1, 2. Pushing him around all over the place. He thinks he's Anjanath. There's a mark on the base that's bothering me. There we go. So it's 9 damage, so he can't take it to the face even with his... No, with his armor he would live. But no, that's got to be a dodge. It has to be. It's only dodge difficulty 2. So we'll get rid of charge sidestep for 2. And how many hunters get to activate? We get 3 turns with 2 cards. Okay. I'm going to... I think I'll stay where I am, honestly. I know it's a bit awkward because you can't see him because Barroth is so large, but I think I'm just going to stay there. Yeah, we're going to stay there. He's only got 4 cards in hand, but that's okay. I'm going to try and decide on the optimal order to do these in, because it's either Gunlance, Bow, Gunlance, or Bow, Gunlance, Bow. So I've discovered that my Gunlancer's hand is actually garbage and he can't play any cards because they all require face-up card combos. So he'll have to waste his turn just discarding when he draws his time card. So I want 2 bow user turns as a result. Oh, I did forget the poison. I just remembered right now. So 2 damage. So that's him buying on 30. And we're going to do 2 cards. Paralysis Coating. I don't think Barroth is... I don't know, he can be. Okay, never mind. He can indeed be paralysed. So we'll do that. And we have 2 face-up cards on my board. So we're going to do the big old Dragon Piercer. Big old Dragon Piercer. So that would end the turn. We get pushed back by the impact of us loosing the thing. So we get pushed back to there. And in total, we're drawing 4 damage cards. We're doing 1 break on the face. But it's damage -1 because it's armoured. And he is also paralysed, which means that the... Ooh, is that the dodge value of his next attack is 1? Or the movement value is 0? I'm going to have to check. 4 damage cards though. So this -1. So far so nope. Oof, good grief. Okay, so 4 damage. Not ideal, but down to 26. That could have been a lot better. That was just unlucky that he drew always 1s. He needs a better bow. That is him done for this initial turn though. Oh, no it isn't, sorry. I'm using the other feint card. I'm playing the feint card to clear his board a little bit. And that means when we draw his time card right now, he's only going to have 1 card left on his bar. It's a rampage, which means the monster gets a free second turn. Oh, we'll keep it on the board though, because we still get to do the rest of our turns right now, as far as I'm aware. So, but when Barroth activates, he's getting 2 turns in a row, which is kind of scary. So we're drawing back up to 5, 3, 4, 5, and we'll just really quickly do the Gunlancer's turn because he can't do anything. Let me just get these damage cards out of the way though. So he's activating. He will move into the bush for his free movement, I guess, and immediately end his turn. And then I'm going to discard most of his hand, but we have to draw a time card first. Brief respite. He can discard an extra card. He only had 1 on his board, so not that interesting. I'm going to discard... I've got a lot of breaks in my hand. I'm going to discard an overhead smash and a full burst, so I can draw 2 cards that hopefully actually go into combos. Let's see. Yes, no, that's a 1 hit and you're done. Charge shell. Lunging up thrust, there we go. There's a card you can actually combo into. So now we're back to the bow user. And after that, Barroth gets 2 turns. I'm going to quickly go remind myself if I get paralysed and stunned confused. Yep, paralysis is the movement value is 0. So I think I'm going to leave the bow hunter where he is. They're both equidistant right now, but the Gunlance hunter is in the bush, so he's not going to get attacked. Easier for the bow user to dodge, I think. Now, let's see. Although if I was to move in, I could draw damage cards against him. Good damage. He's got 4 shot cards in his hand. This is an awful hand. He is allowed to play 2 cards though, so sure, I guess. So I am going to move in. Oh, I did have 1 extra break token on his head from earlier. I forgot to apply from the blast. Or not from the blast, from an attack. And we'll go in with a shot. So 1 damage card, -1. Of course it was a 2 card, so that's only a single point of damage. But then we'll use charge shot, and because I'm at point blank range, that is 3 damage cards. No, it's only 2 because she only has 2 left. So it's 2 damage. And that is every damage card used. So 2 damage, putting the Barroth at 23. And that's it. Time card for this turn for the bow user, and then we worry about that rampage. Suspended boulder. Oh, we should worry about this. Let's roll it and see. 1. It hits the monster for 5 damage, I think. On a 1 to 3, the monster suffers 5 damage. Fantastic. That makes a big difference. So 5 damage is 18. Very nice. So, rightmost card discard. Haven't done that yet. There we go. Draw back up to 5 and hopefully not any shot cards. Charge shot, oh that sort of counts. and a shot. So her hand is 4 shot cards and 1 charged shot. Not great. Discard the... oh no, I already did discard. Yep, not great at all. Let's get rid of these. So she needs to sharpen next anyway. So Rampage, we resolve a Barroth attack card, and then we count it as Hunter turns 0. So he would move for 2, that's not happening. Oh, he's not hitting in front of him. So he's actually not hitting the bow user, but that is going to reach the Gun Lancer, because it's range 2. 5 water damage. He has no elemental defense at all, so he would take the 5 damage. Yeah, he'll just take the 5. So he's down to 3 health, because I don't want to put that many cards on his board. And then the Rampage procs, it counts as 0 Hunter turns, and we draw another one. This one he is allowed to move, although he's not. He's doing a Mud Shake. Everyone within range 2 in every direction. Oh no. Okay, I'm going to get 1 turn after this. So it's dodge difficulty 2. This one I am going to have to dodge with the Gun Lancer. Thankfully, those gluttonous rising flashes have dodge 2 on them. So I'll do that. So that's the Gun Lancer avoided the damage. And then the bow is going to have to put down 2 of those shot cards because they're useless. Put those down to dodge the damage. And only one of them is allowed to activate. I'm going to have to think who activates. Oh, I actually don't have a choice who I have to activate because the Gun Lancer is the only one with a flipped up Hunter token. He has to be the one to activate. He's allowed to play 3 cards, which is pretty cool. So we're going to do a good damage turn with him. Let's move in there on Barroth's side. I'm not going to bother trying to get round to the head or anything like that, even though we are going to do some breaks. Oh, sorry, that's not going to be his free movement. It's going to be lunging thrust movement, because why not? 1 damage card. His sides have no armor. So that's just 2 damage straight up, which puts him at 16. 2 more cards, huh? Let's go for a Wavering Stake Cannon. Second. We'll flip a shelling card over, so that means we draw 2 cards. And again, no armor, so this is just straight up damage. Nice. 4. Putting him at 12. And then last, because we're allowed to play 3 cards this turn, yeah, we'll overhead smash. So we do... I'm going to take advantage of the backing away. Oh, should I? Yeah, well, the bow user can't dodge, but they can definitely... in theory they can take a hit, so we will take the back step from overhead smash, because that means the Barroth's attacking closest next. And no shelling, but 1 break on the claws. Don't get anything for breaking the claws. Well, we'll get an extra reward if they break, but we don't get anything for the fight. What else? 1 damage card. 2 more. That puts him dead on 10. Time card. A Sleep Toad. I'm waiting for one of these rolls to go against me. Nope. Okay, Barroth is asleep, so we just ignore his next attack. That's really good. Discard the rightmost card, draw back up to 5, which means we need to draw 4. Lunging up thrust, Wavering Stake. Oh, there's the guard up. And a full burst. Nice. Okay. Good hand. Only 1 turn allowed though, so we'll just clean these up because the Barroth is going, but then also not going. Because of that, he is snoring loudly. He would have done the Skull Slam, in which involved a backing up. We're only allowed to activate 1 Hunter again, but they get to play 3 cards. This time I get to choose, but the bow user has to sharpen, and the Gun Lancer's wounded and has a pretty full board. Alright, I am going to go with the Bow Hunter. They're going to take a rest turn to do prepare actions. They're also going to use their Palico, but thanks to their Jagras Mail, they can use their Palico twice per fight. You pick a Hunter within 2 nodes and they recover health. So we're going to heal the Gun Lancer to full with their Palico, and that does not use it up for the hunt, which is real nice. The Bow user is sharpening, which I've already shuffled the deck. And that's it. We're not going to use a potion on them to clear the board. We're just going to hope that the time card is kind, and that is going to be it. It's a Paratoad again. We're getting all the toads together now. Again, still waiting for one of these rolls to go against me. And there it is. So we're not allowed to have a hand bigger than 2, so I currently have 3. So we'll discard a shot because I'm sick of seeing those. and we just have to stay with 2 cards in hand. So let's hope the next attack isn't too hard to dodge now, because it looks like they might be taking it to the face. Speaking of, Barroth, what are you doing? You're thrashing to the right, but first of all you're pushing. I'm going to have to come around here then. So that's going to be 1, 2, you're going to push them off the table. So we're going to move over there. This is very awkward. So he is facing that way, it's just a little awkward because of the boxes being there. I'll move the camera in a second. Dodge difficulty 3, 6 damage in his front and right arcs at range 1. So the Gun Lancer is safe. We only get to do 1 activation again. The bow user is just going to take it to the face. 6 damage. Oh, you know what? I didn't apply. Oh wait, no, the Gun Lancer got hit by a water element, right? So it was full damage. Yeah, the 6 damage here comes down to 4, which isn't too shabby. So that's the bow user on half health, and I think I'm allowed to activate either one. I think their tokens both flip back up now. They're only allowed to play 2 cards, and the bow user has 2 cards in hand. So all the way up there in the top corner of the board, I am going to go with the bow user, I think. And I'm going to be stupid and do damage, even though I absolutely should probably use a potion. But, well, actually I could use the other Palico skill. You can use it twice, thanks to Palico Rally, why not? You don't get your board back though, like you do with a potion, you just get your health back. But yeah, sure, he'll back up to full, because I think he's going to have to take another hit here before the end of the fight. He only has room to play 1 card, he could have played 2, but we're just playing a very out of focus charge shot. Oh, there we go. He is at point blank range, so he's drawn 3 damage cards. It's damage -1 though, because he is hitting the face. So it's 3, 4, so it comes down to 3. That is him on 7. Definitely getting there. And the bow user is going to back off his free movement 1. And then we draw a time card. I'm just going to read it out to you rather than try and put it in the board or in the camera. Keep hunting. It does nothing special. It's literally just do all the basic stuff. So draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3. Gonna have to shuffle and draw 2 more. Two more. Got a faint card in hand now. That could be important because it's got 2 dodge on it by default. And it is the Barroth's turn. So, Mr. Barroth, you're attacking closest, so you're still going after the bow user. Please let me have more than 1 hunter a turn. Finally, although it's the terrifying Skull Crush. So, range 1, hitting for 7 damage with a stun. Well, the bow user is just going to take that, which means I put 1 face down card for the stun. The 7 comes down to 5 damage. Thank goodness I used the Palico. So, they've got 3 health left. And then he backs away, but he's in the corner anyway, so we can't get any further. Alright, the Gun Lancer has to activate and he has to get in there, so we're going to use free movement to go to there, and then we're going to use a lunging up thrust as his first of the 2 cards he's allowed to play, to move into the little side arc right there. And it's just, it's 2 damage cards, because that's the first attack I played this turn. And his sides have no armor, so there's 3. 6, 5, he has 4 left. I don't think I can quite finish him though. He's only got 1 space left on his board and he can play 1 card. Actually, you know what, with how much damage he can do and there's more than 2 face up cards on his board, I think the full burst will finish him. So in total, because he can flip the 2 shelling cards, that means he is drawing 3 damage cards and doing a stun. Not that the stun is... Actually, I think Barroth is immune to stun. Is that the one he's immune to? Yeah, that's the one he's immune to. So 3 damage cards, no reduction. He is very, very 7 damage, dead. So our hunters are victorious against the assigned version of Barroth, which isn't much of a surprise because it is the easiest version of Barroth. And we have our rewards to try for. Unfortunately, we didn't break anything, so we don't get any freebies. It's just down to the rolls. If we'd drawn that Barroth Hunter card, or Barroth whatever it was called card, it would have given us a free pick at the reward table, which would have been great. But oh well, I'm just going to keep track of the numbers and decide off camera what, if anything, I can use. So for the Gun Lancer, it is a 1, 2 and a 6. At face value, that would be Monster Bone Small, a Barroth Claw, and a Barroth Claw. Fair enough. So where is my pen? There's my pen. So 1, 2, 6. 1, 2, 6. And then for our bow user, 5, 5, 6. So that's the claw from the 6 and potentially 2 Barroth carapaces, or you could combine the 2 5s to get a shell, or a 6 and a 5 to get a ridge, which would normally be what you get for breaking the face. But 5, 5, 6, that is easy to remember. 5, 5, 6. It will not be enough to make anything, almost guarantee that, but I can at least start planning ahead for potentially making something from the Barroth after we fight the 2-star one, which will be next time. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to try and get stuff painted up, but don't expect all the monsters to be painted up. I happen to have enough time to do Barroth, and Barroth is pretty simple, and the detail on the model does a lot of the work. It was just like 2 contrast paints. Anyway, thank you for watching, and hopefully see you again soon for the next one. Until then, ta for now.